Who do you think out of these 4 riders that we've mentioned, Blinky, Brendan, Gwin, and Cam Cole, who in your opinion would be the next guy to win a World Cup?
I think Gwin will be the next one to win a World Cup. Just watching him, he seems to have a full package. He's slowly rising to the top. He's taking his time. He seems calculated in what he's doing. You know, he came into the sport from another sport. I don't think his fitness crossed over, but he said he's been training. He's getting fitter as well, and I think he'll be the next guy to really step up.
Do you think you've pissed some other riders off with your results this good, this quick?
I hope so. I have a hard time talking about how rad other people are. Because I'm like, yeah, he's sick, but I'm gonna beat him.
Just a great truck. You find this angler in.
Gwin dog. Where are we?
We are pulling in to the Moto track here. Gonna do some laps, some hot laps. Hopefully not serve up quesadillas. Slow-mo, Clay. You ready for it?
Dun, 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 dun.
We got what we need.
When I was 12, I started racing moto, or riding moto and then racing, and so still like to come out here and more just have fun than anything else. I rode like once last year. Already up that start today. Bro, blew a zipper out. It like snapped a few T-tops somehow. Don't put that in the movie. Moto is where I really learned to go fast. You know, BMX was like a kid, but I never thought about doing it as a job, whereas motocross, I wanted to race professionally on a factory team and try to make a living. It's also where I developed my work ethic and drive in a lot of ways. I lived with my motocross trainer for a while because we didn't have much money. So to pay for my lessons, I would basically do yard work. And he was kind of an old school dude. Really taught me a lot of technique on the bike, a lot of how speed carries on a track, and also how to just grind.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Motocross is just really fast, so your brain and your eyes learn to read speed. So that skill, crossing over to mountain bike, definitely helped me a lot. The ability to read speed and how momentum carries is what I really learned from motocross. I'm not a guy that really travels a ton to ride tons of different tracks. I pretty much stay at home all off season in SoCal, and I ride the same 3 or 4 tracks I've ridden for the last 10 years. They do what I need them to do in the off season. I've ridden them so much, it's easy for me to kind of gauge where I'm at. I've done so many runs on some of these trails that I know how every turn should feel. For me, I try to practice consistent, and I try to keep racing in my mind when I practice, so that when you are in a race run, you're not trying to do anything special or different. this off season. I guess it was basically a long off season. Just me and you out on the hill riding. It wasn't like this crazy thing. It's just been Clay and I just out in the hills kind of doing what we've always done, filming some of the same trails. It's just been fun.
How do you think you've been able to get to really not the very top, because you haven't won a World Cup yet, but I think very close to the very top in such a short amount of time? How have you been able to do that?
I think just with my experience, you know, a lot of people I think see me as like totally new to racing, but I'm new to downhill racing, but not to racing.
What are your goals for next year?
Next year is just to win. I mean, we pretty much, you know, we started top 10 and then podium, and then it's the only place to go from here. You know, I think it'll be my 3rd full World Cup season.
It all came together at the right time, and once I won that first one, it was kind of game on. You know you could do it.
Aaron Gwin is 6.8 seconds faster than anybody else on the mountain today.
I don't know. Stoked. It's going to take a while to set in, I think. I don't even know, man.
Aaron Gwin's going to be around for a long time, and he's going to win a lot more races, I think.
Just not enough. They're the best they've got.
Look at the speed he's carrying through there. Oh my God. Two-wheel drifting her into there. This is what happens though, you know. He won Peter Marisburg. He is on the crest of a wave and he just seems unstoppable. He's out. Great, got it.
Place for no cigar. Oh well, when you got that fair square.
What are they going to do about him, Cuddy? This is the new kid on the block. What can you say about Aaron Gwin at the moment? He's just on fire.
Yeah, he's going well, you know, it's good to see. I mean, it's good to have a new face up there, like,
Well, last year it was all you and Greg, wasn't it? And now there's a 3rd kid in there as well.
Someone needs to.
I would say I had confidence in what I could do, but I was still very, very focused and almost like critical of myself, like, you know, not wanting to jack it up.
I was just so mad at myself the whole run for doing that one little mistake, but I mean, it was a pretty big mistake, but I don't know, it's good to still be able to get the win. Bummer for Greg, it sucks to see guys crash like that.
Once I had checked off a couple of wins, I definitely knew, like, at least that season, unless I kind of beat myself, like crashed or messed something up, that I should pretty much win every race. And I came close. I won the title, but I was like really upset that I got beat that day.
A bit bittersweet. I mean, overall, very, very happy. It's, man, an honor to win the overall, but at the same time, definitely not happy with that run. Went a bit slower than I would have liked to at the bottom, but it's been an awesome year.
I wouldn't say that it was this never-ending drive where I never enjoyed it. I loved the wins and I loved all that, but I always, until this day, compare my time against what I believe I could do with my best run. Coming to 2012, I was like, all right, I should have won every World Cup the year before. Like this year, we're just gonna keep hammering. Somebody can have a dominant year and then just not be there the next year, you know? So I think everybody was wondering if I could back it up. And once I won a couple races in 2012, it really became the expectation that I was gonna win. You know, halfway through the year, it was like it became such an expectation that the vibe definitely started to change. It was interesting, kind of turning point, but it was just a new sort of position that I had never been into that I needed to kind of adjust to. Crazy, dude. Big day. Yeah. Pretty stoked.
He's gonna be our ring bearer.
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name is Roscoe. He's quite excited about the job ahead. It's your big moment, buddy. When the races got canceled and we had a bunch of months, I was like, man, we could make this happen this summer. So I ended up proposing, I think it was in June. And then we ended up getting married in July. We ended up being able to have the wedding at my house with a pretty small group of people. And man, it was like the best day ever.
We are at my house. Like 15, 20 minutes till game time. Till world champs life race run.
Yeah. How's he look?
Your face, okay?
He looks awesome. He looks amazing.
Yeah, brother.
Oh, man. I think he's kind of being Aaron. Yeah. He's pretty chill most of the time. Nothing has changed.
We ain't got a lot, we got
The power vested in me by Jesus Christ as his minister in the state of California and the United States of America. I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss and
nothing here really feels like home. Home is who you're with when you don't feel alone.
What attracted you to Lauren?
She has like a certain warmth about her that I noticed like the very first day I met her. Like a smile and sort of like a vibe to her that is just very charming. I've never met somebody in my life that is more similar to me. The way we view life, the things we enjoy, and the things we enjoy about each other is kind of like, it's just like having my best friend with me every day. We were just friends like from day one. After the wedding, we wanted to go on like a, just a bit of a road trip, just her and I, like just to get in the car and kind of start driving. So I think we got married on a Friday, hung out with some family over the weekend, and then Monday we hit the road into Montana for a couple of weeks and just kind of like checked out, man. Dude, it was the best summer of my whole life for sure. It's been the best year of my life. We've had so much fun. It's been a very challenging, difficult year in a lot of ways, across the world with what everybody's going through. But personally for us, it's been an amazing year.